Hello, all my Aquarian friends. Aquarius rules astrology. So I tend to be a little biased in your favor. I have your forecast for January 2022 right here. I'm going to get to it in a second. I want to mention two things that you might be interested in. Since it is the beginning of a new year, and we definitely want to create it on a positive note. And right now, this moment, on December 31st, I had to look to make sure I was on planet Earth. We are in what's called the dark of the moon. On the 2nd, the moon starts growing. So what I'm going to suggest to you is that if I have not had a session with you, a face-to-face Zoom session in which I help you discover and uncover your life's mission, you might want to consider getting an appointment with me for that. The timing on this is excellent. When you know what your life mission is, it puts you on the path to express it completely and fully. Now, you're already doing your mission. What I help you do is get it consciously using the right words. And when you do that, you are in alignment and you'll take off running. It's awesome. All that information is on my website, MaxineTaylor.com, under the spiritual consulting tab. In addition, some of you are very advanced, truly advanced. You have seen your life story very clearly, and you don't know how to change it. You're over it. It's like Groundhog Day. You have had it. My Take Back Your Life session is what you're ready for. It's a 3-hour Zoom session, the two of us, face to face. I will help you see your life story in clearer vision than you have before. You'll be able to put the pieces of the puzzle together. I'll help you release it, rewrite it, and live it. Again, MaxineTaylor.com, spiritual consultant tab. All right, now let's look at your beautiful forecast for January. Oh, so lovely. First of all, if you have watched my January overview, you know that Mercury and Venus are tag teaming us. Venus is retrograde and will go direct on the 29th. Mercury is in the shadow of the retrograde and will go retrograde on the 14th. At that point, Venus and Mercury will be retrograde at the same time. Many of you know that when Mercury is retrograde, everything is confused. When Venus comes along for the ride, it's even more confused. Mercury rules communication, correspondence, and transportation. Venus is beauty and love and money. But when it goes retrograde, it mimics Mercury retrograde. And so we do not begin any new projects on the retrograde because whatever we start will either fizzle out completely or have to be redone within the year. Now, if you want a temporary job, for example, for a short period of time, you could go ahead and take that job, but it'll still be filled with confusion and all kind of stuff. So my suggestion is that you not start a new project, but tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects. I'm sure you've got them laying around. We all do. So that would be my suggestion for you. And next month, we'll talk about Venus and Mercury again. But right now, let's look at where they are in your solar chart. Okay, they are both in your 12th house of the subconscious. The 12th house is behind the scenes activities. And so you're laying low, so to speak. Nothing wrong with that. Just before your birthday, it is a preparatory time of just kind of getting your spiritual ducks in a row. Venus, the planet of love, is in your 12th house. And so you're loving your privacy. You don't want to interact. There's nothing in your 7th house. You're not interested in that. You're enjoying your own company. Super. And if there is a special person in your life, you are not sharing that information publicly. Your concept of love is greater and more spiritual than you can expect, that in fact, than you can even describe. And so with Venus retrograde, you're just loving your own time. Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, correspondence, and transportation, is also in that 12th house. And it's hard for us to see the 12th house because it's our subconscious. And Mercury is the conscious mind. And so you're going to get all kind of insight when you are on the spirit plane. When does that happen? When you're dreaming, when you're sleeping, when you're meditating. So do all of that. And Mercury moves into your 1st house, then it goes retrograde and moves back into your 12th. So it's straddling your solar ascendant. It's straddling the I want to be alone time with I want to do my own thing time. And to help that along, Mars, the red planet of passion and fire and action, is in your natural house, the 11th house. And wherever Mars is, that's what we fight with and fight for. And this is the 11th house of the humanitarian. And so if you are involved in any philanthropic or humanitarian groups, you're going to take up for them. You're willing to fight for them and even fight with them. I mean, that's your passion. On the 24th, Mars moves into your 12th house. And you may not express impatience or anger, but wherever Mars is of number one importance to you. It's in your 12th house with everything else seems like. And so you want your solitude and privacy. You may have some unfinished anger issues. You'll work them out in your dreams when you're sleeping. Very often I have seen with Mars in the 12th house, and this is a solar chart, I know, but Mars in the 12th can be a night warrior. In other words, taking up for the underdog when you are asleep, when you're out of the body. If you are a night warrior, you know what I'm talking about. So you want to be alone. And the sun, the giver of life, says, I really enjoy my own company. On the 19th, the sun moves into your 1st house and you're saying, I am doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. And this is when you come alive on the 19th. Now, your birthday might be much later in the month. It could be I mean, it doesn't matter. Whenever the sun goes into Aquarius, that's when you come alive. I love it. And Jupiter, oh my, the great benefic. It expands whatever it touches. It's in your second house of money. You will find that you can create more money, more gifts, more tangible assets while Jupiter is there. I think it's terrific. And this is where you are blessed this month. Don't you love it? Now, on the 2nd, we have a new moon. And the new moon is when energy starts growing. And so your new moon says, go away, world. I want to be by myself. So be by yourself. Take a trip by yourself. This is a wonderful time to meditate. You might be saying, how about sleep? Yes, sleep. You want to spend as much time examining your subconscious and spending time on the spirit plane as you possibly can. Then 2 weeks later, on the full moon, which is on the 17th, you're going to be able to throw yourself into your job, into your work picture. The new moon is in 12 Capricorn. Find 12 Capricorn in your birth chart. That's where the energy starts moving. The full moon, 28 degrees Cancer. Find 28 Cancer in your birth chart because that's where the energy comes to a head. Don't you love it? Oh, I just think it's terrific. So that's January. Please join me next month in February, when once again I take a look at your forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.